Hey guys, my name is Dr. Film, and yes, I'm qualified to be a hunter. I mean a doctor. You know what I mean. Before we begin, you should know that this review will contain no spoilers. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe for reviews and more. And so, without further ado, let us begin reviewing Kraven the Hunter. Apparently. Alright, how about we address the elephant in the room? Which in this case, Sergei Kravenov, played by Aaron Taylor Johnson. And he was a character that happens to be named Kraven. I mean, hey, don't get me wrong, he looks freaking jacked up. But he was still not Kraven, given the fact that this film decided to make him some sort of anti-hero. As if we haven't explored that before. I mean, hey, he can look the part, he can talk the walk, but... He can walk the talk, but... He can talk the talk, but... He just looks like Kraven, okay? That's just it. He just happens to be Kraven.
Where's Mr. Tagley?
Oh, you're standing in him.
Boysenberry!
As for the side characters, they were boring, generic, and not that memorable. It's so obvious that these actors are only in it for the paycheck. Heck, Russell Crowe knew exactly what he signed up for when playing the father of Kraven. He did what he was told to do.
We are predators.
G'day, mate.
And now let's give it up for our main villain, the Rhino. And he was just the goofiest villain I've ever seen. Just when I thought the villain in the movie Morbius was ridiculous, this guy takes the cake. And don't get me started on the CGI. The CGI was so bad that you're not even fazed by it, because we have seen this pattern over and over and over. Oh, and as for the CGI design of the Rhino, he does look like a rhino, and I think I prefer the other Rhino from Amazing Spider-Man 2. Or the Spider-Man game version, because this version of Rhino looks freaking cartoony. Now I have to admit, the action can be fun and exhilarating, but the editing was choppy, and there are little to no stakes, especially considering that we're not going to see Kraven again anytime soon. So it really doesn't matter whether he lives or not. Now let's focus on the story. The story was poorly paced, the dialogue can be cringy at times.
Do Simeon Czarno. Glava Kirovski Grubirovki. Tavaya Oruzia ubivaya tisishimu shen jenshen idite pulsimo miru.
Jeez, and I thought Batman and Robin had the worst of it.
It's winter forever here in Gotham.
I'm vengeance.
And of course, the story has the same obvious cliche themes and ideas about, oh, a son running away from his father. Ooh, revenge. Ooh, spiders. And yeah, to be honest, you guys, the film mostly focused on setting up these grisly action scenes than setting up an actual plot. And it left me with questions like, what was the point of all this?
Nothing! Absolutely nothing!
Overall, my friends, I'm glad that Sony is pulling the plug on this so-called freaking supervillain Spider-Man universe or whatever you want to call it. What a letdown. What a waste of time and precious money put into these projects. These actors deserve better. The crew deserve better. The directors, the producers, the VFX artists, all of them deserve better than this. So what else can I say that hasn't already been said before? Well, I do know this. This movie was just that bad. But I will say that it's certainly a lot better than Madam Web. So in the end, I'm glad this whole thing is over. And let's hope in the near future, the MCU will give this character and the rest of them a definitive adaptation in Tom Holland's Spider-Man universe. If that's ever going to happen, of course. With all that said, I give Kraven the Hunter a 6.5 out of 10. Is there any good movies that's gonna come out soon? Nope. Anything else? Sweet!